There was a time when music lived in boxes. You walked into a record store and everything had a place. Rock was here, hip hop was here, country had its own aisle, electronic music sat somewhere in the back, glowing like a neon secret. Genre wasn't just a label, it was an identity. It told you who you were, who your people were, what you wore, how you thought. If you loved punk, you looked different from someone who loved jazz. If you listened to rap, you probably didn't listen to country. And if you mixed genres, you were probably a bit weird. But today, something strange has happened. The boxes are gone. Genre didn't evolve. Genre didn't change. Genre died. Genre used to be music's organizing system. It helped record labels market artists. It helped radio stations decide what to play. It helped fans decide what they liked. But more than that, genre created tribes. Rock fans, metalheads, hip-hop heads, EDM ravers, country traditionalists. Music scenes were communities, physical places, local movements. Seattle had grunge, Atlanta had trap, Detroit had techno. Sound came from geography, culture, shared experiences, and the boundaries were guarded fiercely. Fans argued, critics debated, purists rejected anything that didn't belong. Genre wasn't just classification, it was protection. Then the internet arrived, and everything started leaking. Suddenly music from anywhere could reach everywhere. A kid from Arizona could listen to Korean pop, Nigerian Afrobeats, Swedish house, and Memphis rap all in the same hour. Algorithms didn't care about tradition, streaming didn't care about category, playlists didn't care about history. Platforms like Spotify and TikTok reorganized music around something new. Not genre, but mood. Energy, vibe. Late night drive, sad songs, workout hype, chill focus. Music stopped being what it was and started being how it feels. That change sounds small, but it shattered everything. Then artists stopped asking for permission. Once listeners stopped caring about genre, artists did too. Why stay in one lane when you can use every sound ever created? Today, one song might include 808 trap drums, acoustic guitar, synthwave pads, pop vocal hooks, country storytelling, and rock distortion. And nobody blinks. Artists don't cross over anymore because there's nothing to cross. Blending styles isn't experimental, it's normal. In fact, staying inside one genre now feels a bit limiting, almost outdated. Music creation has become collage art, pieces from everywhere assembled into something new. Then the playlist era changed how we listen. Think about how people used to discover music. They followed genres, they followed scenes, they followed labels. Now, they just tend to follow playlists. And playlists are emotional environments, not musical categories. You don't wake up and think, I want progressive house with post-punk influences. You think, I want something that feels good while driving. I want something aggressive for the gym. I want something that matches my mood tonight. Music's no longer sorted by structure, it's sorted by experience. That shift quietly erased the need for genre labels at all. Another reason the genre collapsed, the entire world started making music together. Geography used to shape sound, now sound travels instantly. African rhythms influence American pop, Latin melodies reshape global charts, electronic production style merges with traditional instruments. Music isn't regional anymore, it's planetary. And when every culture blends into every other culture, genre definitions, well, they just lose meaning. What do you call a song made by 5 countries, 3 languages, and 4 production styles? There isn't really a word for it, so genre dissolves. Then you have short-form content. Short-form content accelerated the collapse. On social platforms, songs didn't secede because they fit a genre. They seceded because they grabbed attention instantly. The first 10 seconds matter more than tradition. Hooks matter more than classification. Energy matters more than structure. Hybrid sounds win because they feel fresh, unpredictable, and emotionally immediate. When virality became the main gateway to discovery, genre purity became irrelevant. But to understand the psychology of the modern listener, there's also a deeper reason genre died. Modern listeners don't want to be defined by one identity. People today build fluid personality brands. They curate aesthetics, not categories. Your music taste is just one piece of your personality, and personalities are layered, contradictory, and evolving. You can love metal, lo-fi, ambient piano, and trap all at once. No explanation needed. Music now mirrors human complexity instead of simplifying it. Genre was a reduction. Today's culture prefers expansion, which forced the industry to adapt. Record labels once depended on genre for marketing, now they track behavior instead. Listening patterns, engagement time, skip rates, emotional responses. Music is analyzed, like psychology, not taxonomy. The business didn't kill genre, data just made it unnecessary. So I guess what really did replace genre? Genre didn't vanish into nothing. It was replaced by three focuses. One being mood, how the music feels emotionally. Two being aesthetic, the visual and cultural world around the sound. And three being community, small loyal groups bonded by shared tastes and not labels. Instead of giant genre movements, we have micro scenes, tiny universes, hyper-specific vibes, and endless variants. Music is no longer a few massive rivers, it's millions of streams. Which begs the question, is genre really dead? Technically, genre still exists. We still use words like hip-hop, pop, rock, electronic, but they function differently now. They're loose references, starting points, rough descriptions, not rules, boundaries, or identities. Genre used to control music. Now it just helps describe it. Sometimes. All in all, music didn't lose structure, it gained freedom. Artists can explore without permission, listeners can feel without limitation, and sounds can travel without borders. Genre didn't collapse because something went wrong. It collapsed because creativity outgrew the cage that held it. And maybe that was the inevitable, because music at its core has never wanted to be categorized. It wants to move, to blend, to evolve, and to become something that no one has named yet. So next time you hear a song and you can't figure out what genre it belongs to, that's not confusion. That's the sound of music becoming limitless, and it simply is the future.